Bula Vinaka and welcome to this episode of Nations Business. Known as the Hidden Paradise, Savu Savu is slowly picking up the pace in economic growth as tourists make a return, with businesses opening up with employment opportunities for locals. On Nations Business this week, we take a look at the latest business venture in Savu Savu that is attracting customers in droves. We will also look at the return of tourists and the difference tourism makes in this part of the country. Later on in the show, we will also visit a new business designed to attract coffee lovers in Seanganga. All that are coming up in this episode of Nations Business. A cafe business with a nice scenic view can be a great way to attract customers and differentiate food business from others in the area. Here in Savu Savu, the Urata Lookout has been established with the purpose of giving customers a breathtaking view of the Savu Savu harbour while enjoying their meals. What was once a car park for a breather for motorists and those on a journey across the Khao Drove has been created into a thriving cafe business with a beautiful setting that draws clients and offers a distinctive and enjoyable experience.
This is their land, and eventually the building will belong to them, but the Rotary Club got the grant to construct the building, so we're responsible for getting it functioning. Then they'll be running their little cafe from here. And this is the kitchen. They're just installing a fire extinguisher now. It's not a fancy cafe, restaurant kitchen, but it's enough for, snacks and things like that. Then all these doors can open up, and look at the view from here. It's even better, eh? So we try to use as many local people. Like the villagers built this with the people from the UK, the young architects, so their own labour. And then we've got local people making furniture, and so we're trying to spread the economic benefit. So the building costs about 80,000.
With the support from the US Embassy and Savu Savu Rotary Club, the Urata Lookout was designed to benefit the community of Urata. Villagers here are employed and are also tasked with providing root crops, fruits and other food materials for the cafe. All in all, the project does not only benefit the locals, but also contribute to the overall economic growth of Savu Savu.
We've been thinking too about health, so we're not going to have any manufactured items. So no soft drinks. They'll have coffee, tea, like lemongrass tea, boo, fruit smoothies, things like that, and all the other treats will be
basically homemade.
Yeah, so we're going to get the ladies in the village to make purini.
They can
and
utilize
cakes.
whatever the fruits are in season.
Yeah.
Then they will make it here. This is to enhance the villages, assuming that the tourists won't be running, to make them feel like ownership of the village.
The couple that's going to run it, they'll pay a lease, leasing the building, which will go to the Matangali. The Matangali will provide fruits and produce, and some of the ladies will do some cooking from the village. So we're trying to get the economic benefit spread over as many people as possible, and also a benefit to the travelling public. They can stop here on their way from Lambaso or wherever. It's about another 20 minutes to town, so they can have a rest, enjoy the view, have some, refreshments. But I mean, look at the view. It's like this is the entrance to Savu Savu. It's just so beautiful.
3 months later, the official opening was carried out by the Honorable Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka, with stakeholders present to witness the beginning of a new business venture geared to improve the lives of those from the Matangali Urata and the Savu Savu economy as a whole.
a lot of history behind this place. Sort of lies dormant at the moment, but there's a lot of potential. And when people see that potential and are willing to help, you have projects like this, the Urata Lookout Cafe, and you'll have the Blue Town of Savusavu. So a lot of people will benefit, but many more will have put in a lot of hard work and money to see those things get off the ground. We congratulate the United States Embassy in Juba for identifying this and believing in the project paper that was put forward to them. Might not even involve senior officers in the whole process. Somebody there was authorized to authorize grants like that. Whatever it is, it's a whole machinery of governance, all the way up to the President's office. He's aware that these things are being done in all parts of the world in the name of the United States of America, and we thank them for this project. We don't thank all those young architects who put together the plan and the workers who came. We thank the families of Urata who looked after them while they were building. So many people.
The U.S. Embassy in 2020 introduced the Economic Recovery Grants Program to respond to COVID downturn. The Urata Lookout was one of the proposals submitted to benefit from the program that provides economic stimulus, growth, and diversification.
I want to thank the long list of people that has been mentioned that made this possible. Those are very wise words. We do none of this alone. None of us are successful alone. We are part of a community. We are part of a family. We are part of a nation. And it's in that strength together that we accomplish great things. And so thanks to, amongst others, the Rotary Club of Savusavu, we are celebrating the construction of this cafe. The United States Embassy in Suva is very proud to have contributed that initial impetus of $81,000 for the construction of this cafe. I have my back to it at the moment, but turning around and looking at that $1 million view, I think that's probably money very well spent.
The project will transform a stopover point between Lambasa and Savusavu into a tourist attraction in its own right.
I want to particularly thank the Matangali for providing the land that this project sits on. I am confident that this cafe will enrich your community and invite others to enjoy the beauty that is the heritage of the land that we stand on today.
For someone who was born and grew up in Savusavu, Prakash Gulabdas believes steps towards the right direction such as these means a lot for the Savusavu economy.
It means a lot for the people, especially of Urata, because this is something that the Urata people are now able to supply the commodities to this cafeteria or whatever you want to call it, or meeting place, and that means there's income for them, and for the people who are going to run this place, there will be income for them, and the Rotary people originally, I understand, going to guide them how to run this, and that's very good for the village of Urata and for the Savusavu as a whole, and Zakon Robe too. My hope for the people of Savusavu is they will grow like the rest of Fiji, but this place is a very friendly place, and the people cooperate with each other, and that way I think they will grow faster than most other places. And you still see in Savusavu where people are not after a quick buck. They work together and they contribute and help each other.
Savu town has seen an increase in the number of tourist arrival since the year 2022. This has been attributed to the inbound cruise ships traveling to Savu. As in other parts of the world, the COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on the travel industry. For a country that is heavily reliant on tourism, Fiji suffered severely with the loss of thousands of jobs. For those in the tourism industry, it was an unpleasant fact, difficult to endure.
I have been in this marine industry for the last 18 years, and it really, for the past 18 years, things have been flowing smooth, and except for after COVID, the whole trend has changed and has been very challenging for the tourism industry in particular, as we were fully reliable on tourism. Once COVID has tried, our main focus here for us is the nautical tourism. So after COVID, like from 270 yachts to getting 0 yachts was a shocking thing for us. So the recovery phase 2019 was good. The best bit was COVID hit us right at the end of the year, so 2019 was manageable. Came 2020, we had 0 arrivals because the borders were closed and the business was just going downhill because there was no source of income coming.
Savu had been able to record healthy numbers in tourist arrival since the resumption of travel and reopening of the international border.
So far the recovery has been really good. During COVID, it gave us time to look back and see areas where we needed focus, such as repairs and maintenance. So in those 2 years, we spent whatever time and effort we could do to bring this place up, because the marina itself is a very, it's a very antique and a special building, and it needs a lot of special and care because of it's aging now. It's an old building. So yeah, those 2 years was pretty much saw our recovery term in terms of repairs and maintenance. And last year, 2022, was a booming year for us actually. We had a lot of vessels that returned back to Savu, and actually, like I said, in the past 18 years, this has been one of our record break year, and we cleared 324 vessels into Savu.
Working hand in hand is part and parcel of the day-to-day business here in the tight-knit community of Savu. The arrival of 2 cruise liners with hundreds of visitors in the first 3 days of the year saw a collaborative effort between various stakeholders, including government authorities, travel industry professionals, and local communities in the promotion of this piece of Fiji called the Hidden Paradise.
Unity is very important. We all have to work as a team, and we need to look into areas where everybody needs to communicate with each other. Like we need to support the market people where they need to get their handicrafts on board, and like days like cruise ship, we need to spread the words around equally so that everybody takes a share out of it, like the market vendors, the handicraft women, and the stalls, you know, so people need to communicate with each other to be able to all be at the same decision at the end of the day.
Nindeu kele may na melisem sabi do lebih sarang fikir mem kau berawat na ilabu binaka. Ambil non do sobera na bolboli na non ilabu, sobera na bolboli na ilabu ni biti. Nindeu non relestale so ona kita do rawata. Kaya na ilabu so ona do rawata na ilabu kita do rawata. Kasi bolboli so ona kita do rawata liman rawata.
The The presence of cruise ships can be a substantial source of income for handicraft dealers in this part of Fiji. Tourists from cruise ships arrive in great numbers, and many are keen in buying souvenirs and locally made handicrafts.
Na ngona ni COVID yung mga bulbul taki na market bulbul taki ndrong raw na sengo tu kina nakana kay tao tal tu kina na bulbul taki ra servo no ra kamay eu bulbul taki ndrong raw na market ito membul tu kina na bidayang baki saudi me ngona tala tu sa ngona ni kay ndol tala servo no ebiso sa nga bale bo sambi to yung na bulbul taki ndrong raw o sangkarap tali mo bulbul taki handicraft with
The best part of it is all of it is family-oriented business. It's all us struggling. People come from far end of town, like villages, to come and set out their stalls. And yeah, I wish them all the best. And in any way the Savu community can get together and work as a team and make life easy for everyone would be the way to go.
For tourism in Savu-Savu, there are reasons to be optimistic about the outlook for the remainder of the year, and more importantly, the sustainable tourism practices implemented in this part of the country ensures that tourism benefits the local community in the long run.
Well, Savu-Savu for everyone is a very special place. As known as the hidden paradise, and actually they are pretty much blown away by the time they get to Savu-Savu. Once they come here, the prestige, the beauty, and the calmness in people like makes them feel home. So the words that we get out of them is it's always a comeback. They will return, or they'll spread the words around to their other friends to come and visit Savu-Savu. We are looking to be even better 2023. Sky's the limit. And if we've done 324 boats last year, we expect to clear over 400 this year. And I'm quite positive that we'll have a lot of returners and a lot of comebacks to Savu-Savu. And the new vessels will also come back to Savu-Savu.
Coffee shops are quickly becoming popular in the country, especially with the working class. Many people depend on their morning brew to get them through the day and keep them motivated. In fact, millions of cups of coffee are consumed every day, making it one of the most popular drinks in the world. In Seanganga, a new business venture set up by the Waka family has been attracting travelers who pass through the small town. Fresh tea and coffee also serves a mouth-watering pizza for the people of Seanganga. It is a social hub and gathering spot to catch up with one another, discuss local news and events, or simply enjoy a cup of coffee in a laid-back and welcoming setting. The Fresh Tea and Coffee Shop was birthed with the idea of providing something different to the people of Seanganga and those that travel between Lambasa, Savu-Savu and Nambowalu. One of the business ideas by the Waka family that moved to Fiji from Canada 4 years ago.
I don't know. We've received a lot of really positive reviews and a lot of support from the community. Especially with the pizza, now we're really seeing like a lot of growth. But every single month we've been seeing growth since we started the coffee shop. So we're really grateful, and especially because we are in a very unique spot in Sanganga where there has never been a business like this, and we're the first of its kind. So there's not a lot of competition, but we're blazing a new trail, which is not always the easiest thing to do. We're very grateful to people who pass by on the highway and to everybody in Sanganga for the support.
The Fresh Tea and Coffee Shop offers a simple and basic menu, a smart strategy for a new or small business. By focusing on quality, consistency and efficient service, the coffee shop aims to build a loyal customer base and establish itself as a go-to destination for coffee, other beverages, and pizza in Sanganga.
So our menu at Fresh Tea and Coffee is really simple, and we did that for a reason. It's just your basic coffees, espressos, lattes, mochas, and everything is made with coffee that is grown and harvested and processed all in Fiji. We did this because supply chain is a really big issue for people in the South Pacific, and so the closer we can keep all this to home, the better it is for us. And the simpler the menu, the better it is for us as well. That allowed our staff to be able to learn just a few drinks and for us to be able to write systems and processes. You'll see that systems and processes is a huge thing for us. That allows us to document everything, and if we ever wanted to franchise or start a new location, we just take the book, take it to a new location with the new management, and they get to replicate it. So this is kind of like our flagship store, I guess, if you want to say, which is funny, in Sanganga. But this is a perfect place to experiment and to do things that will help us to do them better when we go to different cities or towns that will have more people. There's more people coming through the door. And so our menu is really simple, and we've done that for a reason.
The owners, Steph and John, they thought of opening a Fresh Tea and coffee shop in Sanganga because there's no coffee shop here. That's the main reason they wanted to do that. And I think because of who they are, they wanted to create employments as well. There's 6 of us so far who are employed under Fresh.
Fresh Tea and Coffee play a significant role in creating employment opportunities for community members, especially in rural or underdeveloped centers like Sanganga, where job opportunities may be limited.
We have sticky buns, which is actually cinnamon bun. We offer sandwiches, tomato sandwiches for vegetarians. And today we launch a pizza. We have fully loaded pizza, which is actually barbecued pizza, and there's chicken pizza, butter chicken pizza. There is, we offer iced tea and iced coffee for those who want it cold, or their coffee is cold, and hot coffees as well. But now we see a lot more customers who's been coming in, I think, because they are now aware that we are here. And once they come in and they try the product and they see the service, and we see that there are more people coming in now. There's not a lot of coffee drinkers in Sanganga. I think that should be expected because where we are located, because they are exposed now. We have more people coming in from Sanganga as well. But we do have more customers who are coming in from Lambasa and Savusavu.
According to the Fresh Tea and Coffee manager, good customer service can make a big difference in a customer's experience and perception of any business. The business has received a huge response and positive feedbacks since opening its doors to the public in September of last year.
First of all, I think it is a customer service, and If you were to go to other places in Sanganga, what we offer, the menu itself, there's no one here who has it and who does it better as well. So I think that is what sets us apart. Our menu and our customer service. They say that it's like their second home. It's a place that they can come and share, because we treat customers as if they are family. It is a place that they can come and like retreat or share their problems with. We have a sit down, and sometimes we pray with them as well. And that is what we offer. We want to offer, like something for the family and something for the community.
Making a sizable investment in a small business can be a significant decision that requires careful consideration and planning. But Isarisari is of the view that a business plan should provide a clear roadmap for how the business intends to grow, generate revenue, and achieve profitability.
So I'd say as it stands, we've probably poured over 50,000 Fijian into this tiny little place. That was, like I said, because this wasn't the original plan for the space. So I'd say if we add everything up, we've probably spent over $50,000 Fijian on the space. If you guys want to understand what it takes to start a shop like this, this is not where I would recommend people starting the business, is with a physical location where you have to rent, where you have to have assets that go and make you money. But this was, like I said, a reaction to a business that didn't work out, and so we were kind of stuck with this. We had already put a bunch of money in here, so that's what we had to continue to do with the space, instead of just letting it all be for nothing.
And that was Nations Business for this week. You can view today's show on the Fiji Government YouTube page. Be sure to join us again next week for yet another episode. Till then, stay safe and Mother Mother.